Okay, Ms. McKinney, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I am here to try to recoup costs that I've incurred with my daughter.
All right.
She's 9 years old. She's been with me since birth, and I'm paying for everything. I've been doing it all on my own.
All right.
Without a problem, but I've been doing it all on my own.
All right. And when you say all on your own, Dad isn't helping out financially at all?
At all.
Okay. And you said your daughter's 9.
Yes.
Is she involved in any type of extracurricular activities? That word always messes me up.
Yes, ma'am. Basketball, track and field, and tennis.
Meet Miss McKenna, a mother who has raised her daughter alone for 9 years without a single penny from the father. She isn't here for revenge, but for justice. Her daughter loves sports, basketball, track, and tennis, but every expense has been on her shoulders. The father has stayed silent all these years. Now the courtroom listens. Will the judge finally force him to take responsibility? What happens next could change everything.
Dad pay for any of those?
No, ma'am.
How much are the fees associated annually with each one of those?
Annually, probably roughly $4,700.
All right. Is Dad aware that she's in these activities?
Yes.
All right. The extracurricular activities, does he attend those?
No, Your Honor.
So he doesn't pay for those?
No.
So what is the backstory? I mean, she's 9, so were you all in a relationship previously? Like what happened?
We were in a situationship for a weekend.
What in the world?
The judge asks a critical question. Has the father ever contributed to his daughter's life? The answer is clear. Absolutely not. Not $1. Not even toward her $5,000 yearly sports costs. Then Miss McKenna drops a shocking revelation. Their so-called relationship wasn't love, but a weekend situationship. The courtroom freezes. But the real twist comes when she reveals what that short weekend truly involved. You won't want to miss it.
Well, it was a little bit more than a one-night stand. It lasted approximately 72 hours. I was on business in Washington, D.C., and he was there for a teacher's conference. I met him at a nightclub.
Ooh,
and
I need to be careful what I ask.
Well, listen, the night grew long, and things happened within the next 72 hours.
Okay.
That's the extent of it.
Okay. And you got pregnant?
Yes.
Okay. Was he involved in the pregnancy?
Well, he was definitely there.
Well, no, throughout your pregnancy.
Oh, throughout? No, ma'am.
She describes a whirlwind 72-hour trip. Business quickly turned personal. A nightclub visit, a teacher's conference, and then the pregnancy that changed her life. From that moment forward, she stood completely alone. No phone calls, no visits, no support from the father. Her voice trembles as the heartbreak echoes across the room. The judge listens closely and asks the next big question. Where was the father when the baby arrived?
So you just literally had the baby, no help from him, nothing like that. Did he show up at the hospital?
No, he was late.
Okay. So did you all have a DNA test done?
No.
Does he know he's the father?
He doesn't think that he is, and he's the only Caucasian that I've ever been with, so.
Okay. So that's where the issue lies then. He doesn't
Basically.
believe he's the father, which is why he hasn't given you any money.
But he sent text messages, and he sent happy birthdays, things
Okay.
of that nature.
When her daughter was born, she waited for him. At the hospital, in the nursery, even hoping for a single picture. But he never came. His excuse? He didn't believe the child was his. Yet she insists he is the only Caucasian man she's ever been with. Could denial really justify his disappearance? The weak proof he presents next leaves the courtroom stunned and searching for the truth behind his excuse.
So I believe if he didn't care at all, he wouldn't send those text messages. Now, he's done that for the past 9 years. I've just never seen any greenbacks to follow those texts.
Okay. So when he arrived at the hospital, did he sign the acknowledgement of paternity?
No, Your Honor, when I meant he was late, the baby was already a week old at the time. I was already at home. We'd left the hospital. That's what I mean by late.
Oh, so he didn't show up at the hospital at all?
No, Your Honor.
So he didn't sign the birth certificate or any acknowledgement of paternity?
Text messages can't replace responsibility. Miss McKenna reveals that the father sends the occasional birthday message, but never sends money. And when the judge questions legal paternity, the truth surfaces: he signed nothing. No acknowledgement, no birth certificate, nothing that links him to his child. It's as if she and her daughter were invisible. But the silence ends now. It's his turn to face the court, and the tension explodes.
Things get heated.
So you're here today to do what exactly?
Well, I was hoping you would be able to help me, first and foremost, establish paternity
Okay.
at this point.
All right.
And
We
possibly
would definitely have to do that before any child support takes place.
Of course,
Okay.
of course.
All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, that's pretty much it. I've just been doing everything on my own. In my heart of hearts, I know that he is the father. I have no doubt. I'm just needing assistance.
Okay. All right.
Miss McKenna isn't just here for financial support. She's here for truth. After years of silence and absence, she requests a paternity test. She knows in her heart he is the father, but science will prove it beyond doubt. Finally, after nearly a decade, this case lands in front of a judge. The courtroom waits. Can DNA testing force him to take responsibility? His response on the stand is coming.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is what she's saying. Now, let me be clear in my questions because I just realized that I probably shouldn't have asked that question like that. Now, bypass all the 72-hour stuff that she talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's pregnant.
She was.
Okay, you were not involved in that process at all in
No.
terms of the pregnancy.
Look, let me just start off by saying that most of what she said is essentially true.
Okay.
Although there's some giant omissions.
The father
in there,
finally
and some
speaks.
things that you
He
need to
admits
take into
most of her
account to get the
story
full
is
picture.
accurate, but claims she left out important details. According to him, she isn't telling the full truth. He insists there's more behind her version. Could this be the start of a shocking twist? Or is it simply his defense? Everyone waits as he prepares to reveal his side. What he says next might change the entire courtroom's mood.
Well, does it involve the 72-hour
So
thing?
we were involved approximately that amount of time. Yes,
Okay.
that sounds about right.
Yeah, I don't want to know any specific
don't
details
worry.
about that.
I'm not here to give you the details of it. I'm just here to tell you that we were in an intimate relationship on and off for about 72 hours, yes.
Okay. So, after you found out she was pregnant, what happened?
Well, first let me add some context to everything before I answer that, Your Honor. She works for...
He confirms the 72-hour fling, but says the story doesn't end there. When asked what he did after hearing about the pregnancy, he avoids answering. Instead, he shifts attention, arguing her income is higher than his. Is this a clever defense, or just another excuse to avoid responsibility? Then he drops a bombshell, bringing up her career as a weapon. The tension builds as the case heats up further.
I'm a teacher. I'm a high school teacher. She
Okay.
makes significantly more money than I do. I make about $60,000 a year. I don't know the exact figure of her annual income, but I know it's a lot more than that. She's in far better position to support her daughter than I would be, and what she's asking for.
You
for me
said
from-
her daughter, so you truly don't believe this is your child?
I am willing to accept that it may be, but we've not done a DNA test. What she said about being only with one Caucasian man, I have no way of knowing if that's true. She's lied before to me. So don't take, she was honest with a lot of the stuff she said fairly, but
He claims she's financially stable, earning more than him, living better without his help. But when the judge directly asks, "Do you believe this is your child?" his answer shocks everyone. Maybe. No certainty, only doubt. He blames her honesty and avoids clarity. But the courtroom feels he's hiding more. Suddenly, he drops another bomb, mentioning a new baby in his life. The atmosphere shifts. Another twist is on the way.
Here's a big thing she forgot to mention. I have a son of my own. I have a newborn son, and with my fiance.
Congratulations.
What does
Thank
that
you
have
very
to do
much.
with this?
This is
Well,
what it
I allowed you
Okay.
the opportunity to speak. This is his time.
Yes,
and now
ma'am.
I asked you,
Yes,
was there
ma'am.
anything else you needed me to know before I moved over to
But I
him?
already know he's gonna push my buttons.
Okay, well, just sit there and don't let him push your buttons.
Okay.
That's the ease, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can do that.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
So I have a newborn son with my fiance, and I know that he's my son for sure. And I know, and
How do you know for sure?
Because
Well-
he's white.
Ma'am.
His defense? He insists his new child is definitely his because the baby is white. Yes, skin color is his so-called proof. The moment he says it, the courtroom erupts. Miss McKenna explodes in anger. The judge struggles to maintain control, but the tension is unforgettable. This isn't just about money anymore. It's about dignity, truth, and denial. What was supposed to be a legal case now feels deeply personal.
because the woman who gave birth to him has been with me and only me for the past 3 years now. That's how I know that he is my son. And he does, despite being a newborn, having a little newborn face, he does look like me. I can tell. So, but anyway, what she's asking for, she does not need financial compensation from me to support possibly our daughter. And the other factor she didn't take into consideration.
Wait a minute. Did I hear that right? Let me rewind.
Yeah, he said
that.
need.
Let me
I'm sorry.
rewind that. You said she does not need money from you.
He praises his new baby boy, saying the child looks exactly like him. Then he argues Miss McKenna doesn't need child support because she's financially fine. But the law doesn't measure need. It demands responsibility. Parenting is not optional. The judge cuts through his excuses and reminds the room what truly matters. Then she delivers a line so powerful it silences everyone. The truth is finally taking shape.
So let me make sure I got that right.
Because she makes so much more than me.
Right. So even if it is your child,
Right.
she still doesn't need to get money from you?
In my opinion, this is what she's doing here right now has nothing to do with needing money. It has to do with jealousy. She's trying to interfere with my relationship with my new son and my fiance.
Baby, I
By
care
bringing
less about that, okay?
You hear what
Two
she's saying?
things for certain, one for sure. I care less about that.
Excuse me. I
I'm
thought we
sorry.
weren't going to allow him to
It's-
push your button.
I
Thank
left
you.
one button out. I'm
I've
sorry.
got buttons
I've gathered-
too.
Well,
Thank
I've
you.
gathered all my buttons, and you ain't gonna push
Well,
them.
you
I got a
know,
whole control panel.
excuse
nobody
me,
asked you
excuse
that.
me. The only
You're
person
so
that's going
freaking
to be
childish.
excuse
The father tries to spin the story, saying it's not about the child but jealousy. He accuses Miss McKenna of trying to ruin his new life. She struggles to stay calm, but the tension breaks. Her emotions spill over. The judge warns her. Control yourself or risk losing the case. The atmosphere turns explosive. This isn't just legal conflict anymore. It's raw emotion, and someone is about to completely snap.
The only person that's going to be pressing buttons up here is me.
I'm trying not to press his head.
Well, we're definitely not going to do that because then the bailiff will have to escort you out and then I'll more than likely dismiss your case. So that wouldn't be a good thing, right? Ultimately, the both of you are here for one thing. You all want to find out if he is indeed the father of your daughter. Is that correct?
Yes, sure.
Seems like a weird place to do that. I don't see a DNA kit anywhere nearby.
Oh, now you're
we do
challenging her
that. We do that
circumstance.
in a different area.
Stupid.
We have,
Okay.
excuse me, that wasn't very nice.
Well, it wasn't nice for him to dish your courtroom.
Order breaks down. The father disrespects the courtroom itself, and chaos follows. The judge steps in, commanding silence, reminding everyone why they're there. Not for drama, but for truth. The key lies in a DNA test, and the results are coming soon. But before that, the father's behavior shocks the room further. Can justice move forward when he refuses to respect even the court? The real test is near.
Just saying.
No disrespect to your court, ma'am.
I don't take offense to that because I don't sit up and let people push my buttons often. All right. So this is what we are going to do. We are going to reset this pending DNA results. Now, if for any reason the child does come back, well, the DNA test does come back and you are the father, you will have to start paying child support, being ordered today, all right?
Can I respond to that, Judge, if I may? We were in what amounted to a long one-night stand. We never committed ourselves to each other.
The judge resets the case, awaiting DNA results. But before the tension cools, the father makes one last desperate claim. We were never in a relationship, as if that excuses 9 years of silence. The courtroom reacts sharply, and the judge rejects the excuse instantly. His words fall flat, but he's not done. The father still clings to another excuse, trying to delay the truth. But time is running out.
I wasn't even aware that she gave birth until like a week after it happened.
Lies.
No, I was never told that.
Excuse me, Miss McKinney.
Yes, Your Honor. It's the lies.
It's the buttons. Woosah. Okay. Now, to your point, I was looking here through this Texas Family Code looking for where it says that you have to be in a relationship with somebody to not have to pay child support, and it doesn't exist.
He argues he never knew about the birth, blaming poor communication. The judge shuts it down with a single question. Where in the law does it say you must be in a relationship to provide for your child? The answer is nowhere. His excuse collapses. The law doesn't care about relationship status. It only cares about responsibility. And now, his past mistakes are finally catching up to him.
Well, she never, said. I was under the impression, from what I remember, that she was on birth control. Now, that may be my faulty memory, but I never entered into this relationship with any intention.
Even still, let's just be clear. Birth control or not, a 9-year-old child is here. These are the facts. A 9-year-old child is here who deserves support, not only from her mother, but from her potential father as well. So we are going to reset this matter, get some DNA testing done. So to my original thought, if you are the father, you will start paying child support being ordered as of today.
The father tries to argue about birth control and choices from the past. But the court is clear. A 9-year-old child exists today. The law doesn't care about what should have happened. It cares about who must step up. The judge orders immediate DNA testing. And if he's the biological father, support starts immediately. The truth is only moments away, and the father can no longer escape what's coming.
It's not the father. You can come back to court and petition as many people. Now, don't take that offensive. I'm not saying that you just been with everybody or anything like that, but you can come back and petition as many people as necessary, because this child, as I just stated, deserves to have the support from not only her mother, but from her potential father as well. So, do you all have any questions about what you're going to do?
No, Your Honor.
No.
No? Okay. And you have to make your daughter available for testing as well.
She's available.
Okay.
She's here.
Okay. So we can go ahead and get that taken care of today.
Oh, yes, we could.
Okay. So we'll reset y'all.
Thank you.
The judge makes it clear. If the DNA proves he isn't the father, the case will end. But if he is, child support starts immediately. No more excuses, no more running. After 9 years of silence, this little girl finally deserves the truth. And now, she's about to get it. What do you think? Will the father step up if the test confirms it? Like, share, and comment your thoughts.